gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution!
Take a one. Happy NFL Draft Day, Jables.
Hi.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Every lady hates NFL Draft
No, I'm
Day.
sure that's not true.
They put it on in prime time too. Now it used to be like a little day thing, a little woo-hoo. Now it's on in prime time. NFL 8:00. The drafts.
I get down with the draft.
Do you get down? You used to not get down with the draft.
Well, I only get down with the draft because they make it so. I like the drama.
The whole
I like
shit.
the stories.
Yeah.
I don't care about the actual game, as we all know.
Right.
But I do like when there's like a little bit of drama.
You enjoy
Maybe there's
going
a
to football
murderer
games in
on
person.
the field. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're drinking, you're eating, and pretty much I'm happy if that's happening.
Yeah, you are.
Like
you
literally anything can be going on as long as I can.
You're an easy gal. You're an easy gal to love. You're an easy. Wow.
Let's pump the brakes.
Let's back her on up. You're an easy gal to please. Throw a dog in your mouth.
Yes.
Some form of white wine.
Yes.
You're good to go.
Yes.
Good to go.
Red in the winter.
Red in the winter. White in the summer.
I'm a seasonal. I go seasonal.
Yeah.
With the hair and my wine.
You really do.
Yeah. You go a little bit more brunette.
Yeah.
In the winter.
You look great today. You really do.
What is going on?
Doing it today, James.
What is going on?
I'm just saying you're doing it.
Okay,
I
I like your hat. You really
I appreciate it. This is Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night
boy.
Sweats. They came to Wilmington, North Carolina. Your favorite band. We got to see them, and they fucking crushed. Not only that, but I'm wearing this hat in particular because they had the coolest merch of any band, and we go to a lot of concerts. They have the coolest merch of any band we have seen. And I was like, shit.
Because we don't usually get the merch. It's like, oh, okay, the T-shirt for what? Like, but that shit,
it's rare.
Like,
I think
awesome.
the last time I bought merch at a concert was Rolling Stones. They had that dope ass trucker hat with the American flag tongue. Big fan of that.
Yes.
But we typically don't get merch we're not impressed by it. Usually it's like shitty Gildan material. It's not like a Ross Patterson Revolution tri-blend.
No.
From RossPattersonRevolution.com.
No.
It's usually that shitty Gildan, and you can see it because it's the classic like merch boxes where it's just like that. You can tell they've just pulled it out on the road over and over again.
Yeah.
This had these crazy trucker hats, which are like old school 70s.
Yeah.
Their tees were all dope as fuck. They had the old school 80s sweatshirts. And then they had the mugs, like Black Rifle coffee mugs.
Yeah, but like that tin, tin
that
cowboy
sweet tin,
style.
yeah.
But it also had it in that speckled blue cowboy cup style, which you guys know what I'm talking about when you see it.
It's really cool. And those are expensive. That takes time.
For sure.
They put a lot of thought into their merchandise, and it fits up with the style of the band.
They were also
cool.
selling cassette tapes, like
Shut the fuck up, really?
record and cassette tape like duo. I was like, oh my God.
Boy, that's awesome.
Like they're just like
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
They probably they're so old school and like.
And the show, by the way, they sounded better live
Yep.
than they did on their online, and you're just like, fuck, man.
I know.
They're really goddamn good.
I talked
and
a
I also
lot
knew
about them, but I love them.
Yeah, but I also knew when we saw that show, because it was gorgeous. What's the name of that amphitheater here?
Greenfield Lake.
Greenfield Lake. It seats about 1,200. First come, first serve. It's right on the lake.
Yeah, dude.
They got beer, wine, all kinds of shit.
People were pulling up canoes and like watching
tailgating
from the river. I mean,
yeah, unbelievable
gorgeous.
atmosphere. But I also knew when we saw them, they were so good. It was like they'll never be back to a venue this small ever again. So.
But it was sweet to see them in their like
great.
last small venue.
Yeah,
really,
it's great. Had a great time. Great show.
They were actually playing Coachella this time last year.
Were they really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, maybe the year before, but they played Coachella.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Because that was one of their big that one song that broke through. Because I saw them on Jimmy Fallon. That's how I discovered them.
Yeah.
But anyway. Great show. Anyways, great merch. I'm wearing it today. It's Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. If you get a chance and they come to your town, check them out. It's not like they're a sponsor or anything. We're just fans.
I know.
We're just fucking fans.
But
we do have some sponsors, James.
We do?
Who pay for the whole donkey. They pay for the whole donkey.
Not just the hindquarters.
Yeah, they pay for the whole donkey. First up, we've got straightrazors.com. Boy, I got their equipment out in front of me. One of the things they have is the they sell straight razors, obviously, to shave with, which is incredible. But they've also got safety straight razors for the newcomers. Newcomers, so it's like, because it's a clean, hard shave.
You have to practice.
You gotta practice, and I will say this: once you get used to it, you'll get hooked on it because the shit, your face lasts forever. I don't have to shave very often anymore, which is nice. Where I'm like, great, and also I haven't used razors in like 5 months, which is amazing. Go to straightrazors.com. They got the best aftershave in the biz, cologne. They got shampoo. Everything for beards. They are the absolute jam. Their kits are the shit. If you're looking to get something for Father's Day, go to straightrazors.com, get your dad a straight razors kit, because it's just classy and cool, and it makes it look like you put thought and time into the gift. Type in the promo code REVOLUTION, you get 20% off. Big fan of straightrazors.com. Again, they're huge on the show. We're doing a lot with them this year. Please go and buy their products because it helps support the show. Type in the promo code REVOLUTION. You get 20% off. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com. Look, we know about the tiny little tin pouch. We know that I drink them every day. These are the boxes that come in. You get 10 to the box. They get a subscription. They ship all around the world. They ship directly to your fucking house.
Nothing better.
Yeah, use them every day. You know what? I'm gonna.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna, boom.
Oh, you guys.
Get a little Strike Force going in me. I need it. I need it, and I want it. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com for all your needs. Kick the can, kids. You don't need the can anymore. You just pop a couple squirts in any type of liquid. You're good to go. And the shit lasts longer than 5-hour energy, which is nice. So go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use the promo code REVOLUTION. You get 20% off. Tell them Ross sent you. I'm kidding. You can't do that through the computer. So just use REVOLUTION for 20% off on Strikeforce Energy.
Tell them Large Marge sent you.
Last but not least, we got At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first ever romance novel for dudes, written by Ross Master Antonio Orenthal, James Patterson. Funniest book of all time. J-Books, can I get a horse noise from you?
Oh.
Oh, boy. I just
like disgust myself sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed in you at this point. Yeah. I'm just super disappointed. Like you're losing it.
You guys.
You're losing your touch. You started off as the woman of 1,000 voices.
I've never been good at voices.
No, you've not. Not once.
So losing
I just wanted to hear it out of your mouth.
I know. You
just wanted to hear it out of your mouth.
You want to see if maybe I was able to do it this one time.
And you weren't.
Still no.
You weren't. Still failed us.
Still no.
Look, kids, At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steeds, available in bookstores everywhere. Amazon.com, Walmart.com, BarnesandNoble.com, you name it, and Audible.com. It's my lovely voice doing the audio. As well, the Jablers pops in here and there. You try to guess who she is. That'll be a fun guessing game. Look, it's got 5 stars on Audible, so you did something right. You did something right, Jables. You did. Today's the top of the show is Take Your Kid to Work Day.
What?
It is around the nation. Did you bring your child today?
No,
because you don't want him anywhere near this goddamn place.
No.
He can't hear this language.
You guys.
He can't hear this language. We can't have a baby on a podcast. So that's why those of you at home are like, oh, let's take your kid to work day. Did you bring your kid to work? Absolutely not. If he heard any of this filth that comes out of my mouth, I'd just be a bad father at that point.
Somebody asked me that at the book club. I'm in a book club because I'm super cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not nerdy.
Because you're the bomb.com.
And the bomb.com and
God.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Everybody in the book club is fine.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And they asked if you were going to take
they go,
Jackson to
but they were like, does he curse? And I was like, why?
Right.
And I was all, whatever, bitch, fuck you. And I just like reached over the table.
You pulled out a Glock?
I grabbed her by like so hard.
Glock 19, yeah.
No, but I was just like, no. Like, what do you think? I'm like letting him listen to the podcast or any? No
or
way.
Or that we swear in front of the child?
No,
like,
my God, you guys.
I've only sworn in front of our child once, and it was during the Ohio State-Michigan. It was during a football game.
Everybody has that time where they're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
But like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I bitch slapped her. She's out of the group.
Yeah. Fuck her.
Well, fuck you, bitch. No,
yeah.
I'm just joking.
No, but a lot of people assume that. They're like, oh, you guys must be crazy all the time. Like,
yeah.
it's not like I'm going to be like, yeah, fucking pick up your fucking toys, baby. We never do that to the kid.
No.
Never do that to the
We do call
child.
him baby, though.
Baby.
Hey, baby.
Baby.
Get that damn baby out of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, grab my gun off the floor, baby.
Baby.
But yeah,
Anyway.
we're definitely not bringing him to work.
No,
nor are we putting him on the show because I got a few messages about that of like, oh hey, that'd be a fun thing for you to have him on the show. It's like, what?
Why?
And what part of that would be fun for him or us?
Right.
To have a baby on the show.
Also, everyone knows like nobody likes your kid as much as you like your kid.
Yeah.
Like I barely even post pictures because like I don't want to see the pictures of your kid.
Yeah.
So I assume that no one wants to see the pictures
of ours.
My kid.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I do it for myself because I love my son.
well, and there is
But
people that are like, he's so cute.
Yeah, but I'm also acutely aware that like everybody has their own kid, and it's like I'm the same way with you, where it's just like, all right, cool. Once in a while, you know.
You're the same way with me.
Same way as you of like
as me
of like I look at other people's kid and you're just like, oh great.
Yeah, like
you know?
I don't ever want to like
I don't overpost a child.
Yeah. Like I don't want to hold your baby.
I don't either. I don't
you know
either.
What I mean, like I don't really want to. There's some cool kids out there, but like for the most part, they all are
90% of them are dirty.
Soup's annoying and dirty, and you know.
I don't want to fucking hold your baby. You're right.
No.
You're right. Look, I'm with that. But I find it funny.
One of my friends.
Oh, well, fuck it. They're not watching.
They're at the book.
This is on too late for them.
Oh,
true. But I find it amusing that Bring Your Child to Work Day falls on the same day as the NFL Draft.
Oh, you think that's funny?
Well, most people entering the NFL Draft have multiple children at this point, so it's
boy, here we go.
No, you can't. You're not bringing your kids to the draft either because you don't know when you're going to get selected, and it's
right
now they're only televising the first round during prime time, which is smart.
Yeah,
but that's still like 3.5 hours where you're
Jesus
like,
Christ, you guys.
I know,
and you're just locked in.
Locked into the whole shit.
The pageantry.
And the magic of it.
The magic.
You never get to see humans wear this bad of suits in their entire life either. And I don't know. There's something about athletes. They just cannot dress themselves.
I don't know.
And NFL players or future NFL players like the ones being drafted today, they're not the worst either. I would say NHL.
The
hockey guys. Yeah, they now make players dress up on the way to the games.
Yeah.
As part of their business of like, hey, look like you're a business person. On the gym treadmill last night, and I saw a hockey game was about to start today. The players walking into the arena, and it's just a bunch of like big, white, foreign, bearded, Canadians or Russians walking into the arena with these ill-fitting suits.
Yeah,
you can tell they've never worn suits in their entire life.
Like putting a suit on a bull. Really.
Yes. And it's, the fabric looks cheap. They look, cheap. And you're like, you can tell they just can't wait to get out of it. Just that. And it's solely for that 5-minute walk from the bus through the tunnel to get on the thing. So they're just like, take it off and put on their dirty. They can't.
Is that why they like wear such crappy suits? Is it like, fine, you want me to fucking wear a suit? It'll be bright green. I'll have fucking stripes here.
They don't know any better. Whereas NHL players don't know any better, whereas NFL players do, and they think they look sweet in these suits. So you're like, oh boy.
Who's the worst? Cam Newton, right?
Cam Newton. Well, Cam Newton tries.
You think
does he wear? He wears ridiculous suits, but I think it's on purpose. Where it's like, hey, and they look expensive at least. Where you're like, man, you spent a lot of a lot of money on a teal suit,
right?
Where you're just like, shit. But he'll try to mix and match socks and shoes and do the whole thing. And it's like he's trying to make a statement with it every time. Whereas I think everybody else who thinks they're making a statement isn't, where it's just, oh, that's an unfortunate suit. It's an unfortunate suit.
Yeah, I got you.
And I dug a little into this and went back in the day. There was a 30 for 30 on ESPN called Broke. And there used to be a suit company, and I don't know if there still is one, that would roll into these NFL locker rooms before NFL, Major League Baseball, all of them, before the season started, knowing full well that you've got to do press conferences afterwards. You might want to get a suit. And they would roll out the suit and be like, all right, guys, we can outfit your entire year for $50,000, and that's a minimum. If you want even nicer suits, it's $100,000. If you want the best suits around, it's going to be $250,000.
You want the Steve Harveys.
Yeah, the Steve Harvey collection. Because that's what the NFL draft is. It's the Steve Harvey collection. But what they would do is, since all the players make different money, they didn't want to be outshined by anybody or look like they were poor or whatever. So these athletes would be blowing their money on these fucking suits, and you're like, oh boy. And I feel that happens now with the NFL players, where they're like, no, I want to be fashionable. Right. So tonight you're really going to see some suits.
They're going to come out.
And you might say, hey, where does that rank in the long list of ill-fitting suits for athletes? NFL's not the worst. NHL is up there, but the worst is the NBA. God damn it. Because you're at and it has nothing to do with culture or race, or because I want to make that clear across the board. NBA suits are hideous because of their height.
Yes.
They're all super custom. Same with NFL players to a certain degree. You still have the smaller guys, who different positions, but NBA players are all like, you're trying to design a suit for a 6'10" man who, out of college, those kids weigh like $165. So it's like, not only are you super tall, but you're thin. So the suits are real baggy. And it's just the worst colors, and it's thin and baggy and tall, and the shoes are like boats, and you're just, the whole thing, it looks like a clown get up, where you're just like, oh boy. So if you're looking for worst suits across the board, we're going NBA 1, NHL 2.
Okay.
MLB, we're going Major League Baseball 3rd.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And I would say, NFL is probably the last on that list out of, as far as the 4 majors, but it's still shitty. Like when you see it tonight, you'll be like, oh boy. Right. Boy, what were you thinking?
Boy.
Yeah. And then some players, like, I enjoy it personally because I like to see all the kids who are getting drafted. They usually tell where they came from, what kind of hardship, and you get to see their families and their families' reaction and all that stuff. And as a parent, you sit there and you watch it. I know. And
I cry.
And it's the same way. So there's a lot of factors in it. Not only I'm rooting for my favorite team to pick somebody sweet. But then my college team, I'm rooting for all those kids to get picked because, I've been watching them for years. And then the families, and if you get drafted in the first round, that's a life-changing event. Yeah. If you're smart about your money, you theoretically should never have to work again. Yeah. And they did, to take this back to an earlier episode we did about the guy losing the island, because he's going to get drafted tonight at some point. Oh, shit. He himself got sat down, and they asked him the question. They were like, what about that island, dog? Because you had to wear the Adidas shoes during the 40-yard dash.
Yeah, so he didn't get it.
So he didn't get it.
Yeah.
Turns out he did have a deal with Nike.
What did I fucking say? What was the first thing that I said?
You called it.
You guys, I'm wrong on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to admit that. I'm not on the show for my brains, but
right.
That one, it had to be, right?
So when they sat him down, the first question out of the reporter's mouth was, "What about that? What about the island and the $1 million, or whatever?" And he goes, "Well, it's fine." He goes, but let me make it clear, like, I don't miss the island. I'm perfectly happy with Nike." And it was like, oh. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm assuming there was a handshake deal before that happened. Again, like we talked about.
Before or after?
Well, I want to say before, and here's why.
Okay.
With that Adidas deal on the table, and again, this record hasn't been broken. It was 2008 was when Chris Johnson sent that record. With that deal on the table, and your time's going in, and that as you're practicing for the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
I bet you his agent called and said, "Hey, Nike,
yeah,
I got a guy who's probably going to break this. Is probably going to be a first-round pick. If you want to throw him $1 million for that Nike, and he breaks that record, we're good on that, right? Because he'd rather be with Nike anyways." And that's what I think happened.
Yeah.
But they grilled him, and he said he wouldn't say any either way.
Of
but,
course.
But that's the magic of all of that.
Yes,
that's the magic of the draft. That's what I like. Yours would have to be like what, a Real Housewives draft or something.
Stop it.
What?
I'm not even into the Housewives anymore. I'm like all Southern Charm all the way.
Oh God, what is Southern Charm? What's your new jam these days?
Southern Charm. It's still Bravo. It's all Bravo. Guys are just rolling their eyes. I'm not going to get into it, but
because we have to watch this shit, which is why
It's a group of friends in Charleston, and they're all kind of like names. So in Charleston, like names mean everything, like Ravenel and
because they're rich, like it's old family money
it's
or
old,
what?
Yeah. So in Charleston, it's old money. So these people, generations of just
gotcha.
You know what I mean? And so this is the generation of just like surfing, doing nothing. But
is there surf in Charleston? Do they surf?
Yeah, man.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
We've been there, Folly Beach.
We have, but I didn't notice anybody surfing. So I like Folly Beach. I Charleston's a great city, by the way.
We were wasted. I fucking love Charleston, but it's very old money. It's very old school Southern.
Yes.
So you get a lot.
Very Charleston.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's
McCready and Creechmeyer would be there.
Yes, there is a law office of McCready and Creechmeyer.
Sure.
It's so stupid, but I like it because I'm not from here. You're from the South. I'm not from the South. So to me, this is just a really heightened version of what people think the South is.
Yeah.
So I think it's funny, but I think a chef draft would be sweet. So restaurants, like really high-end restaurants would be like drafting young up-and-coming chefs.
You know who I'm taking?
To work at their restaurant?
You know who I'm taking?
Who?
A little man from Dubai. A little Salt Bay. Ding, ding.
That guy's actually like an awesome chef.
It's like legitimately.
You
know what's funny, man? He started off as like a meme essentially online. And then like his Instagram blew up because he looks like an amazing chef.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's happening because I follow that guy on a regular basis.
Yeah.
But he's been in New York, Chicago, and LA. And I think they're going to bring him over to America to open up his own, to be a chef at one of these like high-end restaurants.
There's another one I need to add to the list of like aspirational restaurants that I'm want to go to but are never going to go to.
When Salt Bay cooked a steak and then took another piece of meat and put it inside the steak to recook that steak.
The steak with another piece of steak.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a food boner.
Oh boy, I'm a huge Salt Bay guy. Like I get the whole shit. And then DiCaprio flew over to Dubai to eat at his restaurant.
DiCaprio will legitimize anyone, right?
I know.
Like if you're seen with DiCaprio, that's it.
So when I saw that, I was like, God damn, we need to hop on the Salt Bay train.
Yeah.
He'd be my number one pick. Who's your go-to? Yeah, he's my number one pick. Who's your go-to chef? Because you follow this whole fucking world.
Stupid.
Who is it? Don't say Gordon Ramsay either.
No, it's Batali. Which is so not cool or obscure or anything.
It's not, but we've eaten at his restaurants, and they're delightful.
And I'm also not like a foodie where I want like things to be super weird and raw and like right. I like eating. I just like eating good
Sure, but how, like, realistically, how important is it to have a good chef at the restaurant? Like a Mario Batali. When you go to those places, does he really design the whole menu and like those are all his dishes?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know that world.
Or he hires
That's why I'm
like
asking.
an executive chef that has new and cool ideas, and it's just like anything where whoever you want to bring into your team
Sure.
is going to put forth your vision, and so he's the vision guy. You have certain like principles where I like everything to be fresh, or I want the meat to be from here, whatever.
Right.
That make you the chef that you are, and then I guess I don't know. Fuck. I mean, I don't really know that world. I'm obsessed with it, and I love it.
Yeah.
But because I know Anthony Bourdain, like, isn't the
Bourdain?
Isn't that like the best?
He's not a chef. Is he a chef?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
he is. I didn't know that.
yes.
I thought he just ate food. Because we watched that.
Well, he does
we watched
now.
That show. Yeah.
He does now, but he started out as a chef.
Really?
He got his start. He wrote Kitchen Confidential about his time in New York restaurants, just like trying to be a fucking. And he was like never quite.
He wasn't that quite good enough. But now he judges other restaurants?
Well,
that's a weird thing to me. That's like a if you can't do, teach type of thing.
Kind of.
It's just,
yeah. Well, he's more of a writer. He's always been, right?
Okay.
And he's more of just like a travel
the Bourdain
guy.
world. Like,
Really?
to me, it just looks like a guy who's kind of living the dream where it was like, I didn't know if he was a journalist. I didn't know what he did. Because he just kind of travels around and he's cool enough about it. Like, how old would you say Anthony Bourdain is? 60s?
I think almost.
He's not in his 50s. He's got to be in his 60s.
Or I'm looking.
Yeah.
No, I think he's late 50s. Am I crazy?
I would say you're crazy on that. I think he's got to be in his 60s. But still like a hipper, cooler guy. Hey, how about a Malbec?
Yeah.
You know, the type of guy who's just like, I want to go to Cuba the day the doors open and get a Malbec and a cigar. A nice Cuban cigar.
Ooh, born in 56.
He was born in 56?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, he's 61 years old.
Okay. Thank you for doing that math for me because I'm so dumb. But
you're welcome.
No, I know.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I just, I get flustered, you guys. I'm trying to talk
61.
and do the thing. So he's 61, but he sort of fell into this.
I saw he just got divorced too, by the way.
Oh, well, because he's
he
pimpier.
just wants to travel.
He's pimpier than he's ever been.
Fuck girls in other countries. Eat good food.
I think he more just wants to travel, drink, and eat good food and like never be home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. You like him. I think he seems like kind of an asshole.
Well, yeah.
I saw the thing with
That's kind of part of the reason why I like him, though.
Yeah, maybe that's kind of the allure of Anthony Bourdain.
You do a spot on Bourdain.
I need a Malbec.
It's an obscure.
Can I get a fucking Malbec?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a super obscure one, but I like it. I wish I could do it out in
He's
public.
one of those people that you always say this fail upwards or fail
into
things.
Fail upwards.
So
yeah.
he was just like this drug addict, fucking chef.
Was he really?
in New York? Yeah.
Hard drugs? Are we talking hard drugs?
Heroin, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And all kinds of shit. But like he was, more like Chef World style where you like do a little bit or you do some coke to get through the day or the whatever it is because your hours are so crazy. But he was like worked in a bunch of different restaurants. So he wasn't like that great at one. He was just knocking around New York. And he wrote this article for, I think, New York Times something, or don't quote me on the paper, but he wrote this article about being a chef, the underworld of being a chef, and got called immediately to write a book. And
fucking
it became
Bourdain.
A bestseller. And from there,
how does that happen to people?
I don't know.
It's
from
crazy,
there,
right?
he's just like, he must be the chefs that he worked with that are still trying to fucking do it. Must be like that fucking guy.
Wow.
That fucking guy. But he seems like a good writer, and I read his book and it was amazing. So
I think he's a fascinating individual, which seems like kind of a dick.
Yes.
Seems like
for sure.
Because when he doesn't like food, he did an episode at the Waffle House, by the way. Speaking of Charleston, I believe it was a Waffle House in Charleston.
Yes, it was, because he was with Sean Brock.
Okay.
That owns the house.
And, he kind of shit on the Waffle House food and was like, whoa, big guy.
Yeah.
You don't come into the House of the South and start shitting on Waffle House.
Did he shit on it, though?
Yeah, he was just like, this is this is.
They did a really funny piece.
And there was he wouldn't eat something like he wouldn't eat something from the Waffle House. I don't know if it was ham or something.
I think like a steak, some kind of like ground steak or something.
He was not having it.
Yeah.
And the guy who he was with was just dying laughing because it was like the fact that Anthony Bourdain went to a fucking Waffle House in the first place. Like, because that's the thing about food that I like about you is you're not like super like, oh, I'm gonna have high end shit from Chevron. Like, you'll go disgusting. One of our earlier episodes before we did filmed was your food guilty pleasure was a bologna sandwich
with mayonnaise.
On
white bread, like the basic white bread.
Yeah.
Not toasted.
Just disgusting. So you're not. Again, you're not a hard gal to please, but
it just has to be good, and the flavors have to be the things that I like or associate with like childhood or a place or whatever.
Right.
Like,
but
I don't want anything weird or raw.
Anthony Bourdain, whereas Bourdain is just like, oh god,
he'll eat the fucking weirdest shit.
I need a fucking Malbec, and man, there's nothing like this pad thai from Vietnam or whatever the fuck he is. And he's very particular about his foods, where they're from, all that other stuff. And that's kind of dickish to me, where it's like, because I mean, look, I can still get down at a Red Lobster. I don't care. I can find something on any menu pretty much. Yeah. Where I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. I can get down on this. Even if it's like one appetizer, where it's like, give me 3 of those. Give me 3 calamaris and call it a day.
I'm an appetizer gal.
Oh yeah, you're an app queen.
Have you ever seen
my app queen? That's like a Fetty Wap song. She's my app queen instead of the trap queen.
Make it, record it,
drop it.
Number 1 instantly. Have you seen Mermaids with Cher? Do you remember that movie?
The movie Mermaids with Cher and Christina Ricci. Yeah, I have seen it.
Well, I'm like Cher in that movie. Remember, she would always only make appetizers for dinner.
Yeah.
So it would just be plates and plates of just like hot dogs.
I get down on apps.
I love that. I was like,
down
oh
on
my
apps.
God.
Yeah. We get down on apps. Like your Oscar parties are very lavish, full of apps. That's what I love. Yeah. Same with your Super Bowl parties, where you will get down on some pea skins. You'll throw down on some pea skins.
Jalapeno dip.
Yep.
Nachos.
Yeah. Oh boy.
A sweet nachos.
Usually, you even draft night it up with apps. This one's a different story. On diet this time, but they're on Thursdays, and it's like, all right, cool. But usually you bomb it up for the fucking NFL draft for me, which is nice.
If somebody were to offer us like a traveling eat crazy food places, would you do that with me?
I would.
Like on Cooking Network?
Yeah, because I make fun of Guy Fieri on my Instagram religiously because I fucking hate Guy Fieri.
But like, would you do that with me?
Drive-ins, and dives.
Like you and me take the Greyhound
there would be
around.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be a fucking Greyhound. But I would definitely have in my contract a disclaimer for the audience where it says warning, in all black white lettering that just says, warning. This is Ross Patterson before he started this show. The Ross Patterson afterwards is going to be super fucking fat. Because that's what happens to all those guys. So like Guy Fieri, who is the other one? That Adam Goodman or Goodrich or
from
Man versus
Food. Yeah.
If you look at when he started this show to where he was afterwards, he is ballooned. And
then
I don't know how
Bourdain
stays in shape. He's somehow still thin.
Maybe he's gotten Adam Richman. Maybe he's gotten back into drugs. I don't
know because I don't know how you eat all that food.
I don't know
all the time. And I know
travel, airports, cars, like
because even when you're not eating that food, you're still traveling, eating shitty food because it's hard to find salads and healthy things that are good when you're traveling. I have a flight on Saturday. I got to fly out to Salt Lake City to do some work on.
You're gonna grab a bag of Bose.
Grab a Bose. The first thing I grab is a bag of combos. Pizzeria combos, and it's like fuck, boom from minutes 30 inside the airport. Once I get through security and get cup checked, dick checked, taint checked for all my shit.
X-rayed.
Yeah, going through the thing. I know my first stop after that is to wash my hands and then boom, I'm getting those
Right
bows.
to the
I'm
bows.
dropping bows. I'm getting combos. I'm getting pizzeria combos. Some
Pretzel on the outside, guys.
Yeah.
Don't ever go white.
Some form
white
of
bows.
and here's the thing is like, flying out of Wilmington is a long flight. I got to go to Salt Lake. There's always a connection somewhere, and it's like, God damn it. I know I'll be getting something else.
I know. Some kind of bagel sandwich.
After that, and it's just like, oh boy.
But God damn it, isn't that what life is about? Like, it fucking is so shitty to be
It
on a
is.
diet. Like,
I know.
life is about eating and drinking and like not fucking
Enjoying yourself.
stressing about what you weigh.
Yeah, I know. I
God
know.
damn it, dude.
But that's what it is. But to answer your question, yes, I would absolutely do a food show with you.
Okay, so open invitation to Vice.
It would be fun.
Cooking channel. Anybody that works for
But what I'm saying is this: the salary's got to be high enough that it's gonna ruin.
For me, you could
gonna ruin
pay
my
me
life.
nothing. You could pay me nothing.
It's gonna ruin my life. I'm gonna be obese as shit because I'm not the guy who's just gonna have one bite and then tell the cameras to say, "Hey, could you stop?"
Spit it
Like,
out.
if we went to Philadelphia and it was like, "Hey, we're testing out Philly cheesesteaks,"
yeah.
I'm not gonna just be like, "I'm gonna have a nibble and then get the shot and then we're done with
Right.
it." I'm gonna eat the whole goddamn sandwich, and then I also want my contract a nice healthy 2-hour nap after that.
Sure.
Because let's face it,
Yeah, dude. That's the other thing.
I got to sleep that off. Those meals that those guys are eating, Jesus, you need a nap afterwards.
Yeah. And Bourdain's drinking too on top of that.
Yeah.
He has beers with every fucking meal.
And they're
that he
shooting
has.
midday, so it's not like, some of his shows are at night, but a lot of them are midday where it's like, dude, you're hammered. You had a great meal mid-afternoon. Like, dude, a nap is definitely on the shed, if you will, on the schedule.
Yeah.
This is the point in the show we get to the revolutionary figure of the day.
Sorry, we went off on the food.
I know. I wasn't expecting it to
don't
go
get me
there.
started on food.
I know. I wasn't expecting it to
Damn
go there,
it.
but I don't mind it.
I'm sorry,
I don't mind
guys. Sorry.
Revolutionary figure of the day. This one goes to, since we were talking about the NFL draft,
Yes.
since it's draft day, this one's going to Mr. Irrelevance. You actually know Mr. Irrelevant.
I do?
Yeah, because on the first, we started dating right around the first time of the NFL draft, or living together.
Okay.
And I was hardcore watching the draft, and you were by like round 6, which, 6 or 7, at the end of the draft, you're like, why are you even watching at this point? Like,
So
this
I
is
wasn't
so...
pretending that I
No, you
liked
weren't.
it at that point?
No.
I had already let that go.
Yeah. You were always you
I
were
did
just
pretend
you
in
were
the
so
beginning.
pissed because it was like 4 days, and you're like, dude, on the 4th day of watching this draft, you're like, why are you even watching this anymore? And I said to you, I'm watching it for Mr. Irrelevant, and you're like, who is Mr. Irrelevant?
Okay.
And what it is it's the last pick of the draft is Mr. Irrelevant because nobody remembers who they are. Nobody's watching that point in the show.
Okay.
Nobody remembers who that draft pick is because usually they don't turn out to be anybody. They never really make it.
Okay.
Only one guy who I can remember has made it thus far, and he was a kicker named Ryan Suckup, who's still playing now, and he played for a long time. But typically, these people don't make it.
Okay.
And it's truthfully, they would rather not be drafted because then you're stuck with that team. You're making the bare minimum, if anything, and then you're still fighting to make the team. So the other guys were like, if I don't get drafted, at least I get to pick which team I want to go play for during their training camps and try to make that team.
Okay.
But Mr. Irrelevant is the last man picked in the draft. The draft. It dates back to 1936, but the first person officially given the Mr. Irrelevant title was Kelvin Kirk. He was pick number 487 of the 1976 draft. And here's what I love about it is they have him back every year. He's an older man now.
Okay.
He's an old man, and he comes out now on stage. They give him the jersey, and they say, Mr. Irrelevant, will you please announce the last pick of the
I
NFL
love
draft?
that.
So do I.
See, the pageantry.
So do
the
I.
drama.
And they bring him back every year, and like whenever he passes away, I'm going to be sad because Mr. Irrelevant is gone.
Got you.
But I always stick around to see who that is, and then I root for that person, and I hope they make it. I hope they make it and have a long NFL career because somebody's going to do it. Brady was picked, in the last round. Like somebody eventually, yeah, Tom Brady was. Somebody eventually is going to be the last pick and be a fucking superstar one day, And somebody's going to break the trend, and I don't know who that's going to be. Look, Ryan Suckup has played a long fucking time.
Watch to see.
I like that. And I like the fact that somebody got drafted, because that way, no matter what happens in your life, let's say it's the fucking Miami Dolphins or whoever has the last pick in the draft. They can go back, whoever it is. Yeah. They can get some weird team or something.
Sure.
They can go back and say, you know what? I was drafted by this an NFL team once in my life, and you're like, oh shit, really? Yeah. You can go back and watch the footage. You'll have that footage for the rest of your life.
I like it.
No matter what you do and go on and do in this life, you were picked in the NFL draft, and that is still a big deal. It's still a big deal, and I think that's a really cool thing.
That's sweet.
And I always root for those guys, and I hope they make it.
I like that.
So that's that. Thanks for tuning in to the Ross Patterson Revolution, kids. To everybody who got drafted, good luck and congratulations, Jables.
Yes?
I hope you get your chef draft one day.
Listen, I wanted to say the one restaurant that Sean Brock had was McCrady's.
No way. Was
we
it
gotta
really?
go to McCrady's.
We gotta go to McCrady's.
See you guys at McCrady's.
McCrady's down. Is it Charleston?
It's in Charleston.
All right, down in Charleston. The Jablers, you look beautiful tonight.
Aw.
I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good night, everyone.
A good night.